The 540 WFLA Orlando's 24-hour weather channel. Actually, more than the usual spots this morning, but we're going to be clearing out and warming up big time today. The high temperature will climb to 85, sunny and mid-80s on Friday. Weather update around the clock on 540 WFLA. I'm David Maddox at the Weather Channel. Good morning, I'm Michelle McGregor. Coming up in your 7:30 news, a universal employee and youth club volunteer charged with molesting a 12-year-old with Florida Teachers Management Plan, heading to the governor, and a 20-year sentence for a man accused of killing his roommate and drinking his blood.
Gee, that sounds like fun. All right, stay tuned for that coming up on the news. And somebody call me. Can you play dodgeball in school in Florida? Jenna's really got me freaked out on that. Toll free 1-866-916-5400. Right to the phones on this gym class story. Hey, you deserve the best, and with Stanley Steamer of Central Florida, you get it every single time. We're impressed with the work they've done at our place. You will be too. You know, Stanley Steamer has long been the industry leader in cleaning just about everything: carpet, tile and grout, upholstery, and on it goes. I want you to put Stanley Steamer to the test. Then you'll see how good they are. I've been telling you about them for years, and you can get 20% off on your bill when you call Stanley Steamer and ask for the Bud Special. 20% off the Bud Special. Call them, 1-800-STEAMER. Call them today, 1-800-STEAMER. Check them online today, StanleySteamer.com.
Traffic reports on air online and service of your local Toyota dealers. Toyota owners, now's the time to get new tires at your local Toyota dealers tire sale. From March 19th through March 26th, buy 3 tires, and the first tire is complimentary. Nothing compares to the expertise of Toyota's factory-trained technicians. See dealer for details. As part of automation, America's largest automotive retailer, Courtesy Ford can do big things, like give you a money-back guarantee on every vehicle we sell, new and used. So you get the peace of mind of your money back, no questions asked. And right now at Courtesy Ford, try new F-150s for up to $10,000 off MSRP. That's a new 2010 F-150 Super Crew with Chrome package for up to $10,000 off MSRP. Plus, qualify for 0% financing for 60 months on F-150. Just $1,667 per month for $1,000 finance. If you want an F-150 Super Crew for up to $10,000 off MSRP with a money-back guarantee, hurry to Courtesy Ford on Lakeside Drive across from the Seminole Town Center Mall. Because at up to $10,000 off MSRP, these F-150 Super Crews are going to go fast. We guarantee it. Here we go. Go to CourtesyDealers.com. Courtesy Ford, open for service 7 days a week. I'm Mark Nation of the Nation Law Firm. If you have questions concerning a car accident, contact me at my personal email address for guidance. My email is mark@nationlaw.com. The Nation Law Firm, main office, Warwood. Does your keychain say you're hardworking and dependable? It will when you have the keys to a Chevy Silverado All-Star Edition. If you haven't been on Chevy Truck Month, they'll also say you're smart, because you'll get a trailering package, heavy-duty automatic locking rear differential, and a great deal. If you're a business owner, who can you trust to stand shoulder to shoulder with to help your company prosper? Hello, friends, Jim Nance here. I have seen firsthand the role trust plays in team performance. And now you can have your own business performance
Hey, Colorcrete of Central Florida has incredible technology. They've got a product, Colorcrete, that looks just like thick paint when it goes on your house, your apartment building, or your church, whatever building you're responsible for, keep looking its best. But then the resemblance to paint ends. I mean, it's just incredible how much better this is, Colorcrete, than paint. Paint can't compete with Colorcrete. I do not want you wasting thousands of dollars on another paint job, and then you're going to have to do it again 4 or 5 years down the road because in our climate, paint doesn't hold up. I want you to get a free estimate today about Colorcrete of Central Florida, how much it will cost, and what its differences are, and they are significant. Unlike paint, with Colorcrete, you get a protective barrier against wind-driven rain. Unlike paint, it'll prevent mildew. Unlike paint, Colorcrete will put a stop to peeling, chalking, and cracking. Unlike with paint from your painter, you're going to get a guarantee. And listen to this, a 25-year guarantee on every Colorcrete job. Great price, made even better, 10% price cut on Colorcrete, and a free pressure cleaning of your driveway and sidewalks. The place is going to look great and keep on looking great, guaranteed 25 years. Get that free estimate now. Call my friends at Colorcrete of Central Florida, 407-851-3442, 407-851-3442. Visit them online at colorcreteusa.com. As far as I'm concerned, a couple of Republican state lawmakers are barking up the wrong tree with legislation they hope will result in the lifting of the mandate that middle school kids in our public schools in this state have regular daily physical education. They still have that mandate in place for the elementary school kids. I think our middle school kids need it for all the reasons I cited. Here's Mark in Eustis. I understand he used to be a phys ed teacher.
Oh, yeah, bud. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Yeah, I used to be a phys ed coach. I taught kindergarten through 8th grade, actually, so I kind of know what's going on here. And first of all, let me just start off. If old Scott gets his this bill passed through Congress where teachers are going to be assessed on the student progress, you're going to lose a lot of really good teachers just because kids don't take tests well. Really what he should do is take a test at the beginning of the year, a test at the end of the year.
I don't want to get into merit pay with you right now, Mark. I'll have more on that a little bit later, but I want you to know, is there value to middle school kids having regular phys ed?
Absolutely, but just like in yourself, on the Medifast, talk about you lost all this weight. Well, I'm sure you've learned that over the course of your life, the first, every 10 years dedicates or decides what the next 10 years of your life are going to look like. So, like, I'm in my 20s now. The way I treat my body now determines the way my body's going to be in my 30s.
You want to get some good habits, and you want to get into the physical education routine and the idea of exercise being a positive and important part of your life, and it starts when you're young. And, of course, the benefit is immediate because you'll be in better shape, your brain will be sharper, and it translates, I would hope, into better performance in the classroom. That's what most advocates seem to believe. Do you believe that as a former PE teacher?
Absolutely. And I think that it's absolutely, I mean, you're right. You can get away with the most expensive part of your PE program is your instructor's pay. I mean, you could deck out your gymnasium, like you were saying, with incredible equipment, but in the middle school level, you don't need to have a weight room. You don't have hot showers and all that stuff. I mean, you can schedule your PE classes at the end of the day. When I was in middle school, that's what we did.
Got it. Play games and run them, and you don't need a big budget for that. Thank you, Mark. What about it? Should we keep mandatory phys ed for our middle school kids? We just put it in 2009. Now they want to take it out. 407-916-5400. 722 back on the phones in 60 seconds. Here's real-time traffic and weather together on the twos. Sunny and 82 today, 59 degrees here in Orlando. Here is Taryn in Orlando. Good morning, Taryn.
Morning, Bud.
How are you?
I have to say, I'm good, thanks.
So what do you think? I don't believe you've ever called the Bud Man before.
Oh, I have. It's been within the last month, but...
Forgive me. Go right ahead, my dear. Go ahead.
I respectfully disagree. I feel like the government shouldn't be telling my kids that they have to exercise anymore. than I want Michelle Obama telling my kids what they have to eat in school. I think if it can save a little bit of money for the schools, that's a good thing in this economic crisis that we're in our state. And I think that the parents should be teaching the kids how to eat and how to structure their lives.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
The schools mandate certain courses of instruction. Good old reading, writing, and arithmetic. Should that be completely optional too?
No, but...
Well, wait a minute. That's government control.
Okay, go ahead.
That's government control, sweetheart.
You're right. They should have basic stuff to get you to the next level so that you can be productive members of society. But there are elective classes, too. You have some control there to which direction you want to go with your life.
Don't you get tired when you go over the mall and you're seeing a bunch of globby, fat kids with their guts hanging out at age 14 and think somebody ought to be running these kids' tails off?
Yeah, but I think their parents should. I mean, my child,
all right.
I'm trying to set a good example for her, and that's part of the problem, too. It's like the parents don't set an example. I've run a marathon and a half marathon. I didn't go to MetaFast, but I did Weight Watchers because it's more, you can keep weight off, but I lost a lot of weight, and
trust me, you can keep it off. I don't want to get into the MetaFast commercial for you right now, but please. It's a great program. Taryn, thank you. Okay, fine. See, she selectively accepts government control. Yeah, reading, writing, and arithmetic will be mandated. We all agree. But when it comes to phys ed, this is government intrusion in Taryn's world. What about in your world? Bob's in Orlando. Good morning.
Yes, you just about hit on my point. We've got too much stuff coming down from both Washington and Tallahassee on the local school board, on the schools. This is a local issue. So I support the legislation in Tallahassee. It gives control back to the local school. Do I think the kids should have phys ed? Absolutely.
Do you think they ought to? Well, then, do you think that schools ought to have a choice not to teach reading or writing?
It should be a choice at the local level.
Really? So I might move to a particular school district and I say, okay, we're going to do any reading this year? I don't see the teacher cracking a book. Oh, we don't do that here. Come on, Bob, that doesn't work. Certain things do need to be uniformly mandated. Certain things do need to be.
But we have a school board to do that. What school board is going to take arithmetic out of the school?
I have no idea, but it wouldn't surprise me in Florida. Thank you. Hey, Madeline, where are you on all of this? Good to have you with me from Orlando. Good morning. Madeline, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bud. Thanks for being on every day. You just make my day.
Oh, very good. We love having you with us on the 50,000-watt front porch. Now, what about this?
Well, I think that the contact sports like the dodgeball and the touch football and all that, maybe you're going down the wrong path. Maybe they should incorporate stuff like aerobics or stuff like yoga or things where, that's like the more modern way to exercise today. And I think that shapes your total body. It shapes your mind, your concentration.
And that doesn't cost much to do either, does it?
Doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
You throw a yoga mat down, It's just that the teachers need to be certified to teach these things, and I think that the kids would enjoy it more. The kids would probably love to do that, and that would teach them a regimen on how to continue that through their daily